I'm dead. Yep. Good catch.
Thank you.
Oh, I messed up. Okay, good stuff. Okay, actually caught. Okay, so, the one thing I would say for sure is, I think, as far as your Mithra versus your Pyra, there were some spots too, I'd say just basically the second whole stock, you really want to get that kill, right? Just get the stock off of me. And you stayed as Pyra the entire time. I would recommend, if you don't have me in a spot that is outside of neutral, you should be definitely staying as Mithra, okay? I know you really want to just try and get a singular hit, whether it's up air or an F smash, dash attack, whatever it is, as Pyra. But if you happen to be whiffing those attacks, it just makes you eat so much more damage. Right? I think I was able to get that kill on the second stock solely because you stayed as Pyra. I think what I'd like to see you do, and this is more like a mentality thing, is just knowing when you should be switching between the two characters. We can get a little bit into combos and stuff too. I feel like the combos, they will come with time. I do have combos I can send to you. I don't really think this is a combo issue for you, more so than a confidence in playing Mithra in neutral, even when your opponent is at high percent.
Okay.
So we're going to just do a quick rundown. We're not going to fight right off rip here, but I can say this at least. If, let's say, you have me in a spot where I'm in a sharking situation, so if someone is on a platform above you right here, if you have time to switch into Pyra, like before, let's say I'm coming down like this, and I happen to go to a platform, or let's say I'm air dodging to a platform, if you can get underneath me and play as Pyra to hit me with an up air or an up tilt or something like that, then sure, I'd like to see you play Pyra here. If you have me in a juggle situation and it starts off as Mithra, and then you, let's say, hit me up with like an up smash or whatever, and it's not going to kill, but you can try and trap my landing with Pyra, then yes, you should be switching into Pyra here and trying to catch you with an up air or a dash attack if I happen to air dodge like this to try and get away from you, right? Or you can go for like an up smash on the platform, up tilt on the platform, back air if you see like I'm going to air dodge like this, right? And come down to the middle. If you have me at the ledge, over here, of course, you can ledge trap with Pyra. Going off stage with Pyra, I feel like is actually better than with Mithra too, because he's so floaty. It's much easier to line things up. Just go out here with like a fair, get the kill. But if you're in neutral, or better yet, if you're in disadvantage, you absolutely want to try and get off of Pyra, right? You don't have foresight, and you don't have like speed to really get out of anything, right? The biggest thing too is if we're playing in neutral and you're playing as Pyra, all your moves are so slow that even if you happen to whiff, if your opponent is fast or if they're playing a very strong neutral character, even if it's someone like Cloud, who's pretty fast but not like insanely fast like Fox or even Mithra, if you're throwing out things like even like a down tilt or like falling up air or like your fastest moves, they're still so much slower than Mithra's as far as end leg, right? And also the whole animation before you can shield. So if you're trying to make up a deficit, and let's say your opponent's at very high percent, if they don't have to approach you because they've earned their lead, they're not going to. So if you get caught, let's say going for this, or going for this, or going for this, and trying to get kills with this, of course, if it happens to land, it'll work. Of course, that's great. But if your opponent is just staying out of the way, and in the case of Falco, shooting you with lasers, or Joker shooting you with guns, or just running away, and every time that you run in with something and you miss, they just hit you with something quick, they're going to continuously put on damage, and it's very, very discouraging. So this is where the idea of coming in and playing a honest neutral comes from, right? The honest neutral is play your way better neutral character. In this case, Mithra. You have your speed. If you happen to miss something, it's unreactably fast. If I happen to miss something, you can whiff punish it from further away because you're so much faster on the ground versus this. So if you happen to miss, I can get right into your face and get a dash grab, down tilt, dash attack, whatever I want, and potentially set up a situation. Even if your opponent is at, let's say, 130 or 140%, but they're playing insanely safe, you still have to play neutral with Mithra. Unless you can somehow catch them slipping, more often than not, you're probably not going to if they're playing insanely safe. So you have to catch them with a weak fair or a dash attack or like get a forward throw and that's it. And then you switch into Pyra and then you finish out the stock like that. As far as a baseline combo I'd like to see you start throwing into your game, and you can do it right away, is down tilt, up B, right? It does around 25 to 27%, and it's a true combo, right? And the last hit, you don't want to charge the up B, right? You want to go something like this. Right, just do Ray of Punishment. So a single tap on up B. It's a really good combo, and as my percent starts to climb, all you have to do to continue to make it true is instead of doing up B off the ground, you go down tilt, up tilt, then you jump and up B like that. And it'll still be true. You can do that combo basically anywhere from 0 to 50, and then after that you can just do down tilt up B, or you can do up tilt up B. And it's like a free 17 to 20%, unless it's insanely stale.
Okay.
I'm not going to say it's the best combo in the world, but as a baseline combo that you can just throw in for free, I do it all the time. It's a great combo to get something, or it's a great combo to get decent percent at the start, so you can set up your storytelling within the game as far as saying, okay, I have done my combo, now I'm running away, and now you have to chase me and I'm going to whip punish you to get more combos, versus having to chase your opponent when you're winning, or if you happen to be behind them. Yeah, I felt like your movement and your options and stuff like that with Mithra, they weren't bad. They really weren't bad. You were catching me in some good spots. I think you just abandoned Mithra a little bit early. And that's why, that's the only reason why I feel like the game turned out the way it did. I would say, and this is something I've even thought about, like Spargo has figured this out at this point, but like when he first started out, I was thinking the same thing for him. It's like he switches off Mithra just too soon, and then when you're playing at a level that high, players that are like MKLeo or Void or whoever he was fighting at the time, they would just make a comeback, or they would kill you, and you just couldn't kill them, even though you're playing the stronger character. So no one is really immune to just saying, I'm good enough to not have to play Mithra, right? If you want to really optimize a character, Mithra should be like 70% of your gameplay. Pyra should basically like come in to go for like a back air, and then you switch right back.
Okay, so use Pyra really in disadvantage state, or maybe the swing once, catch him off guard, and get back into Mithra.
Yeah, the only time you could also play Pyra, realistically, is if your opponent is playing an insanely short-range character or an insanely slow character, someone like Dr. Mario. In that case, you could play Pyra the entire game if you wanted to, but it's very specific.
I like to go Pyra against Ness, and I like to go Pyra against Bowser.
Yeah, if they have like really short range, like even Ness too is very floaty, very short range. If he tries to jump in, you just go like this, or you jump in with Nair or Fair, and your sword's the size of his entire character, right? So something like that for sure. But like, you can't do that against Falcon or Sephiroth or Fox or Pikachu. There's just no chance. You're gonna get destroyed. Or tilt, but I guess so. Oh, okay, good catch. Good catch. That was untechable.
Ooh.
Yeah, 160 Nair. In my opinion, Nair is going to be Pyra's best kill move just because it lasts for so long and it's so easy to land. And it kills off the top. So if someone chases you and you're in disadvantage somehow, if you're stuck as Pyra, you can just throw it out, and if they jump into it, then they just die. I'm dead. Oh, I'm living somehow. Nah, I'm dead. Good catch. Shows from forget up attack.
Nice.
Alrighty, so you see, hopefully you see the difference as far as, like, even for yourself, there's the one ledge trap you had was quite good, right? You had me over there for a long time, you switched to Pyra, you got the spike, and thanks to the strength, it was untechable and I died, right? I actually had the lead too, and you brought that all the way back as far as getting the first stock. But notice too, like, even as far as just, I guess, the heads up play on my part to say, okay, I have a big lead, we're last stock, you have to figure me out, right? If we were both playing as Pyra, not only would you have probably gotten killed sooner, but I was at 25%, 25%, right? So it feels very annoying to think, oh, I have to play Mithra to try and make this up, but even if you F-smash me with Pyra at 25, I'm not going to die, right?
Right.
So it's a very much so, it's an overall awareness of saying, okay, actually, I guess I could put it this way. If you've ever driven a standard car, there's a reason to be in every single gear at any, well, not every single gear, but a certain gear at a certain time, I should say, right? So if you have to shift down or shift up, it has to be appropriate to the setting that you're in. So it's the same thing for playing Pyra and Mithra as well. Sometimes you want to go fast as far as like getting the kill over with, or getting the stock over with, so you're switching to Pyra way too early, right? Or let's say, for example, the same thing can happen in reverse, where let's say you're playing as Mithra and your opponent is at 170, 180, 190%, and you have them off stage or you have them in a juggle situation or whatever it might be, and you're not switching into Pyra, right? Because you do have an opportunity to do it and just get a kill easily, but you're not, right? So it's going to be a lot of just, I guess, real life experiences trying it out. I'm going to try and call out some things for you too in the future too, to say when you should or shouldn't be switching. But for the most part, I think you have a grasp of it. So let's just keep going here, and we'll talk about some combo stuff too afterwards.